Alright, this is Andrew with Jordan Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today here in South Jordan. Today is July 11th, 2025. We're at 10124 South Autumn Breeze Lane. And we only have the camera pushed out 55 feet, and so we're not very far out. I didn't find a sewer access point in this basement or outside the house. Definitely it could be hiding behind furniture, but you should have sewer access points so that you can more easily access the sewer line to inspect it, or if it needs to be cleaned, you want to have those cleanouts available. Sometimes when they finish the basement, they get covered with drywall, and so the next step would be to remove a toilet to be able to access the line. But right now I'm going through a bathroom sink drain, and so I had to go through a smaller line. There's a lot more turns than what I would typically need to go through, and so not ideal, but we're not seeing the entire line. If they had another access point, I think we would be seeing a lot more of the line. So I would recommend asking the seller if they're aware of where the cleanouts are. Maybe there's one right outside the house. That would be a good one to go through. But we're 55 feet out, and I don't even think we've gone out from the basement. Typically, once it transitions under the foundation, it'll go from this black ABS to PVC, which is a different color, different type of pipe, and I haven't even transitioned yet. We're going to pull it back and see as much as we can. Tiny buildup, but really typical, not bad. One downside with ABS is that sometimes the glued joints have a tendency of allowing some leaks to occur. I didn't see that here, but there's not a lot of exposed drain lines to really see. But that is a common thing that I find on 90s construction, 80s construction, even into the 2000s. That's something that I find. You can see these several turns we had to go through. That's what made it so hard to push out. Even running water, which typically helps me push out to the end, wasn't doing enough to get me all the way out. So what I was able to see looked good. The more concerning thing here is that there's likely another 100 feet or so that we're not seeing. Average length of a line that I see is around 100 feet, but we're a little more set back from the road than a lot of houses, and the fact that we've already seen 50 feet and not gone outside makes me think this is going to be longer, more like 150. So next step would be to ask the seller if they're aware of another access point. Otherwise, the next option would be to pull a toilet. I'm going to end this recording now.